G'day, today we're playing a little bit more of All Quiet Roads 4743, and we're going to go back to London and see if we can hit that other achievement. So I know what I did wrong last time. Obviously, I misidentified um, misidentified the airport. It's just a mistake that I'd made on the map. Now, what I want to try differently this time to what I did last time is I'm curious to see what happens if I focus more on intersections as opposed to having the intersections inside the destinations. I feel like in a long-term run, having intersections inside a destination is going to create chaos. I mean, there was the positive side that it meant that any person that was arriving into it was well, it was almost like there was a 50% chance that they were going to actually be arriving there as their destination. But what's going to happen eventually, like when traffic gets even more hectic, surely that's just going to create like a much bigger grid problem. So what I'm going to do with this guy just for now is I actually have to get rid of that to... Oh, I can only have a four-way connection, I guess. Wait for these guys to get off that road. I don't fully understand what the complaint is there. Let's go back to just giving that the intersection. I think what we'll try and do is more just remember that we've got the option to make intersections. So all of these triangles, I don't really want... Like, if I do this and then that, I know that all of the guys from here are going to have to just pass through that in order to get to here. And then half of those are going to be circles. I mean, like I said, that means that 50% of the guys coming from here are going to go. But you can see that these guys are having to stop, and there's now already congestion in there. That's what I want to try and avoid. So just got to remember that I think I want to get a lot of intersections. And the more intersections I can get, the more I can have it so that there's not multiple paths heading into a route. Really weird steel spot, that. What makes you think that you've got the right to just come in and land right where I've got a intersection in operation? It's very dramatic. Do I have left bridges now? I did. But alright, let's get rid of those bridges too. And actually the original bridge I got rid of. What way do we want to go here? Well, let's go the... I feel like one thing that's gonna hurt in this one is the fact that I've got the square this time as opposed to last time is on the underside of the south side of the river. I also think that they're gonna be important. So let's run that there. Next, let's put... Let's go a straight line through here. Rid of that. Part of this is just trying to experiment in the way to approach these levels. So what I'm trying here is how does this look if I avoid um, having the actual destinations be intersections? That's basically the goal of this. Like, it might not work as well, but that's basically what we want to find out, pretty much. I don't think I've got much choice with this guy, other than might have to opt for that one just to get the bridges so we can get this guy over. It's a nice get. It would be nice to get some more roundabouts too, so that we can send guys back this way. Because if these guys could work out that they could head back this way to get there, that would be very handy. Again, it would be nice to just connect this guy, say, in here. But it would be nice. That roundabout's really what we need. So it's the demand for both roundabouts and those highways, I think, are our major needs. That's really handy, actually. That guy. Now, I realize actually I'm using this circle as he's a pathway through at the moment. What we'd do instead is get rid of that and then go... Need to make that like a clean intersection. If we get rid of that, then come back this way, there, go across there, and then come down this way. To that. A lot more guys are now heading north. Good. Through that. I suppose that's a lesson learned, that this is just going to be complete disregard for where I've built paths, and it will just place itself right on them. Undecided about what to do here. Let's get that back in there. You're definitely currently grossly under roundabouted. Doesn't seem like it's going to let me not have that connection there. Suppose what I could do with one-way roads... Oh, that's savage. I mean, this is almost the biggest argument against trying to... or the biggest argument for trying to get guys... not as intersections, as they just seem to make themselves intersections. So what I could do here with this guy, if I made a connection, say, from this intersection up to here, it would mean that I could have people from this section come down here, which I currently don't have to. The only reason that anyone up here... Oh, there we go. Now we've got some reason, motivation to make anyone head north. So, let's... just build some of this for now. And head south from there. Again, it's more... I mean, even there... Okay, so... we pause? But this isn't working anyway. So I thought that possibly the roundabouts would make everything a bit more efficient, and we can clearly see that it's not. So let's do what I've been asked to do so many times in mini motorways, and that's just demolish the whole thing and start again. So let's revert to the strategy that I was using yesterday. What happens if we just connect everyone and everyone that themselves are the intersections? So priorities. We're just going to build everything with just single road for now. This is a very important chain of the two of them. So let's make them as direct as possible, because if anyone needs either a circle or a square, they can just connect to these guys. Then what we're going to do is run this guy straight through and also allow him to be connected. This guy and to that guy and this guy. We're just going to have as many connections as possible for that one. This guy can go straight up. He can go straight up. Guy will go straight up. One. We should get a fair chunk of roads back. Once these guys all sort of finish their paths. Still leave this guy just running all the way. Oh, okay, so we're out. So let's just hit play for a second. All that road back. We got 45. Great. Okay, so then what we'll do is this guy run up direct line there and let him connect straight to that guy. This guy can connect in there. Then what we'd want is shame, because I really want him to have a direct connection to that circle, but I just have to go to that guy. And then we'll run across the bottom here so he gets a direct connection to a circle as well. Get rid of that little bit. Okay, so then what we want to do is consider where we need highways. So I guess part of what you can see here is that there's only so many people can be on any particular track at once. Like, there's a space that has to be sort of between where they are. So we are going to have these guys that look like they're ascending to a mothership at the top. Any road that looks like it's the heavy frequency roads in here. I'm not sold on the idea of the pickup trucks at all. I don't think that we should be aiming to be in a situation where we need to demolish traffic. So for now I am going to try and avoid that. The idea of this layout is more that you've got most places connected to everything that they need. That hopefully most of these guys aren't too far from any requirement. Someone like this guy here and this guy here are pretty far from their closest square. Like they do have to connect. I mean, he has to connect to two, I suppose. Guys like this, we have to, if we're doing like just a chain, it means that they're coming slowly further and further away from, I mean, particularly a circle. We have 7 bridges, so we could possibly just run from this guy straight up there. It's definitely something I'm finding very fun about this game. It's almost like it's familiar in the, you understand the rules of it from mini motorways and mini metro style. It does definitely have its own spin. Now I've got 14 of these as well, so I can have a few more roads actually cross each other if I want to make connections that I otherwise don't have. Okay, so this guy... got 4 bridges. Still don't know what the clover leaves do. I'll take this for the highways. I've got a fair few highways now too. We can come a bit harder through the top on that guy. Alright, we've got 38 highways, so what we want to do is just get our primary roads sorted out. I think we do need, and we'll do it as a primary road connection from this guy down here, just because it's sort of more of a main artery. And this time, I'm going to actually put something in the airport. Connect it to the rest of the world. That allow me to do that as a bit. Don't have enough bridges to make that connect down this way. Alright, so let's get some more. I think that even when in doubt, it could possibly just be any inner city roads we want to make the motorways. I'd say that we probably want to do it with this one. I mean, it possibly ebbs and flows. You can see that there's not a ton of guys heading north anymore. don't know what the long-term success of this is going to be. Work a few more of these shorter roads. I do wonder then, like, what the value would be of if you have just, say, like a highway that you run from, say, this circle that just uses these overlap roads, and it just beelines it for that. It means that people can get onto that road over here, and then the job is to just get to the other side of the map. I mean, possibly that'd be something worth doing from one of these two guys. Someone that's just dead center the map. Though that could potentially bring more traffic just into the dead center of town, I guess. I think that's fine. A lot more traffic over here, which means that there's a fair bit more heading inward here. A lot for the airport. Okay, let's well, we've got enough to do a bridge, so let's run these guys from here in there, so that now these guys can come around that way. I'll hopefully divide the traffic at least a little bit. But I can see even, say, like a H is heading up that way, so he's decided that it's faster to get here by going that way, which seems like probably be a fair assumption. Okay, so let's pause for a second. We do have 38 road tiles now. Let's get rid of that and get rid of this. What we'll do is we will run this guy into the back of him and then across, and then he can go in there. Yes. That guy's actually taken this connection here anyway, so that we can get rid of the claimbacks and bridges. So let's go. And then we'll put that in there. So basically this is just, I can't zoom in. Oh no, I can zoom in. It's just the opposite. Scroll down is zoom in, scroll up is scroll out. Alright. Let's see what this does, if this changes anyone's idea. So we've got a few guys coming in here that are just gonna, there we go. They're just gonna go straight on that highway. I don't know why you've inherited part of that. Oops. And also wipe that out. I do think I need more bridges. Alright, let's have a look at what we can do some swapping for. So let's do some trading there. Let's get down to 50. We can just make rules, can we? I got a little mini map at the top now too. How big can this get that I'm now on a mini map? So it's a really nice divide here that we can see as these guys going in, they're dividing out that way and that way. Now it's bad because it means that we've now got a backlog of traffic attempting to get into this section. We do need to address that. Which was what I pondered before, that potentially I would be bringing too much traffic into the center of town here. Okay. What if we got rid of that, and instead we got rid of that, and this guy went... And we did that, and that. Let's make one more change to that. That comes from there. So then that means that anyone operating from down here can take that road, but anyone who's not has to find an alternate route to get up there. With our 52 of these as well, let's start to find some other roads that might benefit from being express. That one. Is both, I guess. I assume that hospital and airport are what the two of these are. It's the hospital coming across town as well. We've got enough, so let's go wipe that out and send them that way. Then let's come down here and run across. Then we'll make that a... That means all the H's can skip. Just test. No, something's not there. Oh, we've got this one here too, so we've got to get rid of that. So basically we want to see the H's from here cutting down. We've hit that third achievement at least. We haven't improved the efficiency at all. I guess that it's too far out that it's not considered a more efficient way of going through. I don't know why I've got both of these roads. Stop zooming in when I'm trying to zoom out. Okay. So this side of town is also getting big. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I can swap that somewhere. Alright, we've got to clean this out. No one's using that road, so bad experiment. Well, we can get rid of that too. What if we just go a road that's just slightly under? I've got to assume that that's going to move this guy one over. Allow that to cut in there. Is that any better? I mean, it looks exactly the same, but I think hopefully it's slightly shorter. No, those H's are still passing through the middle. Again, that's two roads that are exactly the same. Although some of them, it looks like they're going one way heading up top, and the other guys coming back this way are taking the low road. We've got some Pentagons that are taking advantage of this, but only some, because that's say that guy's gone north. Alright, let's pause again for a second. Gotta work this out in the middle. So possibly what we have to do is reduce the amount of connection between the key guys. So say this guy and this guy. What if we got rid of that? Instead put that to this triangle. And then put a direct route from this triangle to that triangle. And we made that a fast road too. I realized that guys could be taking the fast road to the Pentagon. Okay, so it has created a bit of congestion. The Pentagons might have changed their mind and gone back to that direct route over. Still have guys heading north to that, heading through this way. Whoop. Let's just pause for a second because I just noticed on the map up here we had a very unhappy triangle. Let's give you a crazy long connection all the way out to that guy. As far as I can tell, the issue isn't so much that you've got you're stacked. I mean, sort of with something like this, it's the amount of guys just sitting in there that can't get out, like this. So the question would be, what if we shifted this from there to this guy up here as well? So that guy takes the bulk of this. Now, potentially this is just going to mean that all of this traffic is going to go to him and cause him a problem rather than this guy. But this guy is a little bit more amongst it down there. So let's remove that. Well, actually, let's rebuild almost all of it. Put that in there. We'll get rid of this. Put it a little bit lower. And we'll make that a motorway because we can see how much traffic is about to descend on this guy. Then we can see no one's really using this guy as a route up here. It's never been a priority one, so we'll get rid of that. Also get rid of that route. And we will put in a motorway that runs straight from this guy. Maybe he has to cut over the top. It's a bit clunky. It's because he can't hit that part there. What if we go back here and send that guy like that? Actually, let's just... Not sure that's any better. So I can't cross on a... Can't cross on the middle of a square. It has to be across the fat side of a square. Maybe let's just get rid of that altogether for now. And that there. That there. Gotta do something. Oh, actually, well, the first thing we can do is really just make this a highway. You can see how much traffic we've just suddenly surged to this guy. Oh, I completely apologize for my erratic zooming in and out. Alright, let's just knock out that road and we'll just put it through this guy. This is this is bad, but I think it's going to clean itself up. Let's try that. This does again now mean that traffic of this square, that circle, pushing stuff through this square, means that all of the traffic for the airport and the hospital all have to go via that one point. Alright. So what can we do to help this guy out? I think it's going down a little bit. Dropping some. Yeah, okay. This guy's having problems. Now, is there any real reason that these two have to go via that guy? I think that possibly what we should do is cut that. And let's run it straight across. Can we put a... Oh, okay. Alright, so what if we got rid of that? Got rid of that. And went... Oh, there's no room, is there? Because that guy goes across there, he's going to be considered banging into this. Though, probably no issue with him going through there now. Let's do that. Then this guy go up there. Down. And then this guy can just have his direct routes. And he can also have a direct route to there. Okay, so next, let's try and get, we've got 35 bridges. So part of this is actually saying that we've not, if I've got this much sort of backlog of some of these things, I should be using more of them. So, let's try and get this guy to run across here, up there, across there. It's going to cost me a lot of bridges. It's done. In there. And then we'll make that not an intersection, and that not an intersection. So this guy is currently looking absolutely dire. The problem is that once we've got that sort of path laid, it's not going to adjust until like no one who's already on that path is gonna change. So, what about if what we do is we get rid of that and we make it that? It's allowing these guys to get up to there, but if they want to go here, they should just be heading this way, which I'm pretty sure that they would be anyway. If anything, it just means that these guys are just, we're just gonna make that way more efficient. Need to get this to clear out, and that's starting to look a lot better. Slowly. I mean, this guy is still gaining traffic, but he's just gaining H's, which is good because it means that once these guys arrive, they're just going to arrive there. They're not going to now be trying to move through. There's a... Oh, actually, we've got a whole new backlog going on up here. Where are they trying to go? So we've got guys trying to get to Square from up here. So, let's do some more trading. Let's get a lot more of these. We'll drop that down to about 80. We can probably go more than that. And what we need to do is get one of our squares, probably this guy, connected up there. We don't want to connect him to the hexagon because we kind of want to avoid them going through that hexagon. This guy's already really busy though. That's what makes this tricky. What would happen if I connected this guy back to him? I think it would just mean that we had squares would head south. I think that's the only thing that would actually shift. Let's get this guy. Slightly adjust that one to go up. That guy down. Him there. Put him there. The other thing is that there's a lot of triangles moving through that to get to here. I'm not sure there's... I mean, it just means that I need a triangle somewhere in the vicinity of this area, and that he shouldn't be the closest one. Where are those triangles coming from? Oh, it's just this guy's backlog, I think. I think it might have been up to about 20 triangles. Okay, so this guy here is now also starting to get stuck because he can't move guys on. It actually seems to be the disadvantage of having a really short road. This is all hospitals and squares. Hopefully we can see some squares trickling down this way. But that will address some of it. So we'll make this an expressway as well to make guys more appealing to come down here. Alright, are you saying that there's a question mark somewhere? Oh no, that's just that. Okay. I don't think there's any additional guys I haven't picked out. But this backlog is bad. Okay. How many bridges have we got? 22. Let's try this. Let's push this up this way. Let's do some more conversions. Let's try seeing if we can get from here all the way across. If anyone's willing to use this road. So far, no one, but there's also gridlock there, so... Nah, I think there's guys still passing through that are heading that same one direction. Okay. What if we cut this? Let's destroy that, because you can even see with destroying it, no one's using it. What I gotta do is remember which road I cut. That one. Alright, what if we moved this to here? And then gave this guy that route. And that can be an expressway too. This guy up here is suddenly... Why are you taking so many squares and circles? Or are they coming down? Alright. So I guess that's this guy here is attempting to push things around the top. But because he's at capacity, you're starting to suffer some severe gridlock down here. I don't think anyone's moving. Might be the end of us here. So let's go. Can we move, guys? Part of this problem feels like that if I tried to make a major change, these guys just aren't going to move anyway, because say there's all these guys stuck on that road that's essentially not there anymore. Let's get rid of this. That's already gone. And let's do a normal turn. A normal diagonal turn up. Doesn't have to be weird. Better. You go down into there, and we get rid of that. That goes over there. Get rid of that. And let's just do a bit more swapping. We send. That's down here. So from this side, we're encouraging you to get to this guy, not to that guy, because we want traffic in this area to be going to H, not to the square. But I think it must be too late. I don't think anything's moving. Something must be just jammed, not allowing them to move on. Oh well, but we got our 3 stars on that one. Not a bad effort. There we go. Us sitting at number 44. Is that 44? Yeah, 44. Alright, any questions or comments or theories about the way to approach them, feel free to chuck it below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.